you for it all. Good, bad, the ugly, and the small. Times of victory. Thank you for it all. Hi, hello there. Hi, welcome to my live stream. As you come in, please hit the like button. Here is so dark. I want it more light. Did it better. Oh. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Rasta girl don't really do Christmas to all, isn't me? But it's a holiday season and we're happy that we're alive. Oh, so much to celebrate, for being alive. Hi, welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my hey. Thank you for coming in. Just waiting for a few more persons to join so we can start a little bit. Do some what you see in the title. Yeah, I will this is live for it. Okay, first I must apologize for rescheduling this live, but I'm here. Okay, I'm here. It's a live Q&A, so you can ask me anything. You can ask me anything, okay? You can ask me anything. It's just that I may not answer all your questions, but you can ask me anything. Whatever you want to ask me, you can ask me, okay? It's after 7 in the morning, the day after Christmas, and yeah, I have to be up because of the time difference. So my eyes are running. I'm not crying, okay? I have to be up for my people, my IRIE family. I thank you for it all. I can't sing, my voice too raspy in the morning. Good, but I woke up with this song though, just got up with this song on my heart. I thank you for it all. The good, bad, the ugly, and the small, I think. The times of victories. Thank you for it all. I have to give God thanks in everything we do. We give God thanks because He is our source. He's our everything. Yes. We give Him thanks for the good times and the bad times. All my people, them, man. Where are my people? Come on, guys. Come on. I have stuff to tell you, Times of victories. I thank you for it all. Yeah. All that I am. Thank you for it all. The good, bad, the ugly, and the small, I think. I thank him for it all. Yeah. Give God thanks in all things. In all things, give thanks. Not sure what will happen in the next few days, but as it is now, we are alive. We are alive and well. Get out of my life. Get out of my live stream. 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 I'm talking to my blanket. Yes, make sure to clarify quick. I'm talking to my blankets. Next thing people say, wait, who that? So people say, no, who is that? Me, one and Jesus is here, okay? My blanket. Let's talk to the good, bad, the ugly, and the small. I'm waiting for a little bit more persons to come on in. I know that many persons are very, very busy with Vlogmas and the day after Christmas and stuff like that. Some persons are maybe having a hangover and all these things. I'm seeing 4 million beautiful people on the live stream, but I'm not seeing the likes, and I'm not seeing any. All of these people are secret people. They're not saying anything to me, so I don't know who they are. Hi. Anyways, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to my live. I'm just waiting for a few more persons to come on in before I start, because I'm sure they're gonna hey, Skay, Ashley. Hey. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. I hope I pronounced your name right. Skay. Are you guys hearing me? I think my mic is mute all along. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're hearing. Even though my computer was on mute. Oh, great. Otherwise, this live would have been like flop. This live I just felt like, okay, start over, delete, get rid of it. It will be crappy if I've been talking like almost 10 minutes and you guys weren't hearing me. What's going on? What's going on, Miss Ashley? Ashley Sam. What's going on? What's up? How are you doing this evening or this morning or tonight? How are you? How are you doing? Mr. Oh my gosh. I am, please accept my apologies. Actually, I had an uncle by the name of Ashley. He died. I guess Ashley is your last name, in it. Please bear with me. I just got up a few minutes ago, so my brain is still thawing out. Mr. Ashley, oh, you should be coming this side in March. Oh, quite soon, eh? All being well, eh? Okay. All right. So you're here. So I'm gonna start. I'm going to start I'm going to start. So yes, for persons who have not maybe, okay, tell you about winter. All right, so let me do a brief intro for persons who may be new to my channel and you've never watched any of my videos. I am Miss Sunshine. Yes, and I've been in Japan. This March actually will be 2 years since I've been here. And I am a Jamaican. Yes. What else? I'm going to tell you quickly how I got to Japan. I got to Japan through a program called, a company called Interac. It's a contract company where they recruit people from all over the world, not just people who studied English. Once you have a bachelor's degree, it doesn't matter in what field you had that degree, you are qualified to teach English as an assistant language teacher in Japan. So you don't necessarily need to have a degree in English literature or any form of English related degrees. Linguistics is the word I was trying to find, right? Once you have a degree, you can apply to Interac. You can just type in Google interac.com and you'll see the website, or just type in work with Interac as ALT, stuff like that. Interac, link Interac, and you will see the website where you can go on and make your application. As it concerns the processes, if you have questions regarding that, you can let me know, but that's like a whole different video, live stream, everything. Basically, they are one of the biggest companies now that I hires people in Japan. The other one is the JET program. I did get through for the JET program, but I opted to go to Interact. Girl, you idiot, really? Everybody wants to be a jet. It's a jet. It's all about the jet. You know, the jets are like, oh, we are so like the elite of ALTs. But yeah, I have my reasons. Girl has her reasons, okay? Okay. Even though the jet program, for the jet program, they do pay you more and they pay for your airfare. So unlike Interac, you have to find, you don't have to pay your own airfare to come into Japan. The JET program is basically run by the government. It is literally the Japanese embassy in Japan, the embassy of Japan in Jamaica that recruits you. And the process is a little bit different, but because for the JET program, you literally go in for an interview at the embassy of Japan in Jamaica or wherever you are in the world. You have to write a statement of purpose, right? Basically to state that you are eligible to become an ambassador and an English language teacher. For the JET program, they're more interested, or not more interested, I should say, but they're more interested in you being an ambassador for your country than Interac, right? So they are their application is heavily I'm telling you, I'm just waking up. Me da go on good enough, me da go on good until my brain starts freeze up. Right, their application is heavily you know that word? On based on you being a good ambassador for your country. And if you need more information, so I have applied to both. I have gotten through for both. One of my main reasons for choosing Interac is that you get more time off, and time is priority for me at the moment because I want to travel. You're in Asia, like You want to go to Singapore, for Korea, you don't need a visa, all them things there. My best friend lives in Australia, and we get more time in the summertime and in the springtime. And there are so many places in Japan. There are so many things to do, so many places to go. So even though you get more money for on the jet program, but you work like a Japanese, and if you know how a Japanese work, yeah, the work culture here is something else. But yeah, man. All right, let me look at the question now. Tell you about the winter. Hey, Gemini salary apps. Hey, my girl. What's up? What's up? What's up? Well, go on. All right, the winter here in Japan is gruesome. The summer is awful and the winter is terrible. To put it just straight, it's just the reality. Last winter wasn't bad. Last winter, I was told by everyone that you're so lucky. This is the warmest winter. You're doing great. I mean, watch ya. Germany is gonna put laughing face and get me distracted. Me can't do a nice professional live stream. I have to be myself, yeah, man. Ciao. Yes, everyone was like, "Oh, this is the warmest winter in Japan. It's so awesome." I had one leather jacket and it was short last year, and that brought me through the entire winter. I came here with hats, with beanies, with scarves, with gloves, and I only wore the gloves sometimes when I was driving because I was like, got the gloves, so you're not wearing the gloves, so if I feel a little coldness or I feel like I'm not supposed to feel, I put on the gloves. But otherwise, I didn't really need the gloves. So the winter last year was really warm for real. But by October or late September, I think, you would wake up in the morning and you see that the car has ice on it. You have to throw warm water or stuff to get it off, or you'll wake up and you'll see like outside it's raining ice, or it's raining and it's freezing cold. But for me that was very, very cold because of course I'm a tropical girl. But hello, let me tell you about this year. Thank God for my good friend. I don't know if she want to call her name. She's a Jamaican who was living here and she decided to move, and she just asked me if I want some stuff, and I'm like, yeah girl, give me the stuff. Because what I've learned is that when persons come are offering you things, take it. Take it because they're not sure, and then you end up regretting and say, "Oh my gosh, look how so and so was giving me something and I didn't take it." Because what happened here is that the ALTs here, we have a culture where we share, especially if you're leaving Japan, you want to get rid of the stuff, and disposal is not so it's not so easy to dispose your stuff, right? And dispose of your stuff. And the second hand the second hand shops, um them cheap bad. So if you know somebody who needs stuff, it's always good. When I just came here, I got a lot of stuff from a girl from, I don't even remember where she's from. I met her for the first time. She was preparing to leave and she was at my apartment, and I got iron board. I ended up with 2 iron boards. I ended up with 2 irons. I got so many things. So the girl was leaving and she asked me if I wanted sweater and stuff. I'm gonna say yes, give it to me, because I heard that this winter would have been gruesome. And hey, let me tell you guys, IRIE family, let me tell you, I'm so glad, so till. Right now, let me say, after big green sweater that she give me, it have a big thick something line on the inside. You would have seen some of videos with it, with the fur and the color. I have two puffy something. One is a vest and the other one, them puffy jacket thing there, but light ones. And I have two. And then there was this Jamaican girl who know more about winter than I do, because she worked or probably traveled in America in the winter. So she's like, girl, I'm gonna do some shopping in the spring to try to get the stuff on sale. And then we did that. So I got some coats, and I'm glad that she was around at the time to help me to navigate that. So I got some cheap coats that you want to do that that sort of shopping in the spring or summertime when when winter is phasing out and they're trying to get rid of the stuff. So you get them cheap, you know, things that you'd pay like thousands. Because trust me, these type of real winter clothes can be very, very expensive. So you want to make sure that um, oh my gosh, sorry, Japanese. I was trying to show your message, but I hit it instead. So I soon look at the chat. I'm just trying to keep my thoughts, clear while I speak before I look at the chat, because you can distract me and I'm gonna go off track. You want to make sure that you get those things. If you have friends in America, because some of my scarves and gloves and stuff are from America and my friends in the UK. I'm like, because winter stuff can be quite expensive. They are actually expensive. So I'm like, hey, come. Uno na have nana scarf, nana no coat, because you know we're from Jamaica. We don't need those things. We don't wear scarf. We wear scarf when we're ready, and we wear booty for style. We are both in the hot weather because of style. I'm a friend from foreign my auntie did send me my jacket. Somewhere I wear my thick big jacket. But we don't need it, you know. So if you can get some real good winter stuff, yo, let me tell you. And then the weather is bipolar. So you might find that like in October, I think October is the rainy season, you might find that you're there and you think like, oh yeah, everything is fine. But when you step out, it's raining or um, it's very, very cold. So sometimes you even dress for the weather and you realize that you have to strip. For me, I love to be prepared because I can't deal with the cold. Okay, so I always pad up myself, and even if it means that I need to remove some of the clothes, by the time I take off the clothes more than I go out there, go freeze. But as it is now, my heater is on. Well, they don't have central heating in Japan. This is a home of technology, but you will find that all the things them still stuck in the I have any Japanese on my life. Yeah, they're stuck in maybe 1950, I think. Paper, paper is used a lot. Martella said I was surprised when I came here. I thought you would be seeing flying robots and the phones are off. People use flip phones. I have a video where I talk about things that people don't talk about in Japan. They're very traditional and they like the old style, old time religion. Yeah. So they don't have central heating and the schools are quite cold, like on the outside in the hallway. And I don't know how these girls wear the short skirts and the body ride at them because trust me, it's cool. All right, so that's for winter. Let me look and see what one in the chat. The chat is very active. Hey, wow, go on. I like when to come out. I like it. Remember to like the live. Ryan Hanazato P. Hello, konnichiwa. I like you wrote some hiragana or katakana. I am not there yet. I'm not at that level. I'm still studying Japanese, so I have no clue what you wrote. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. When I just came to Japan, I started doing a little bit of studying. And on Saturdays, my friend and I would go to a university close by to our apartment. It's one of the popular universities here in Japan. And it's very international. So they had a free program for international people to just come and study Japanese. And it was free. It was by some volunteers, some Japanese. So we started that. But, after we settled down, because we just came to Japan and we were so excited. We had nothing much to do. But after settling down, we're like, we can't go to that class anymore because we got busy with other things. So as it is now, my Japanese is a bit rusty. I'm just learning as I go along. And if I hear some stuff, I'll ask my Japanese friends, hey, what is sonotoko ni? What does this mean? Stuff like that. Nile Ben, hello, Cade, Merry Christmas. Who is Nile? Nile Bell, the name doesn't looks familiar. I don't know the name. Hi. Thank you so much. Hi guys, how are you doing? Life with Triple T. Hey hon. Hey, happy holidays to you, my darling. How are you? Wagwan, wagwan. Wanna come right out, I like it. Wagwan. Hey. Yeah, I link up wagwan in the chat. Japanese. A long time Japanese don't say Triple T, you know. So I downloaded video trying to make one of those. Yes, Niall. Yeah, I really do hope that video was helpful because trust me, I think it could have been better. I should have elevated the tripod stand a little bit more so it zoom in or more on the table while I was making it. But you know, an amateur, I just started doing YouTube properly the time when I made that video, and so I really do hope it is helpful. Yeah, try, you can make one, man. Try to make it. I'm think I'm gonna make another one for my class. For us to play games, but instead of putting like I would put some English words and stuff like that. So when because they love games. Game is one of the biggest things. Games is one of the biggest things that we do as ALTs. Games and really exciting activities for the kids to enjoy the classes. So the English, usually as an ALT, you're an assistant language teacher. So for Interac, they provide they set it up in a way that there is a Japanese teacher in the classroom with you. I think for the JET program, especially if you are fluent or you are very good at Japanese, there are possibilities. Yeah, there are some jets that do hold classes with by themselves. I've spoken to some of them and they don't have Japanese teachers in the classrooms. But for JET, for the most part, I've never heard of, not for JET, but Interac, I've never really heard of anyone being in a classroom by themselves with Interac. Um, there may be cases where you are the main teacher, they call it T1. So you're expected to run the class basically, but it's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to be T2, which is just the assistant, and you deal with mainly the speaking and the listening part of the lesson because of course you're a native speaker and you are very you're better at English. And like back in the day, my Japanese friend Mickey, if you don't watch my video and see Mickey, my good yo, a long time I see Mickey, you know, because we've gotten so busy. I need to, and then because the time get cold now, Mickey used to open his door and would just go at the door, Mickey, hey, your head, yeah. But these days we have to close the doors, we have to pad up the door. The walls are so thin. Listen to me. I'm going back to the winter stuff. The wall them thin, so you have to pad up the place. So you have to put extra curtain and them stuff. Trust me. So I'm gonna see really see Mickey, but Mickey told me that back in the day it was Japanese teachers teaching doing pronunciation and listening skills and then that's why their pronunciation is so bad. That's what he told me. So when I saw he was showing me some guys from Vietnam and he was like, oh, those guys are from Petram. I said, Petram? Oh, Vietnam. And then Mickey's like, nothing. Japanese teachers never know nothing. Petram. Because they confuse the B with the V, they confuse L and R. Yeah, so when we did say that. Yeah, Obi makes loaded words. Really? Wow, boy, you know, I was just trying to turn my hands to make fashion. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hi. Ohayo gozaimasu. But I try to turn my hand make fashion because when you're in Japan and you don't have certain things at your disposal. But me nah nobody to play with. I have no one to play it with, so I'm gonna make one for my students and see if we can play, but in a different way. I do it in an English pattern. I understand how I can get about making one now. Oh, yes, yes, Yokata. My my video was helpful. Yokata, Yokata. Eh, eh, Yokata, Yokata. Eh, eh, eh. Woo! Yeah, I'm with Interac Germany's. I'm with Interac. I chose Interac over Jet. Am I crazy? No. I think, all right, so not just for the time, not for the fact that I get more time off, but I I'm free to do what I can do, what I want to do. Suppose I want to try to get another job. Jet program doesn't allow you to work other jobs. And of course, they're gonna pay you enough to stay with them. For the JET program, so let me just touch on the salary quickly for the JET program, and it's something that you can Google. It's nothing. It's no secret, right? People don't talk about salary, but this is YouTube. This is the age of internet and technology. People just Google what is JET salary, what is Interact salary, and they're advertising and they're putting the salary out there. So ain't no secret. It's just that you might not know my exact salary, and I'll tell you why. So for the JET program, you get like 280,000. I think you take home about that, but that thing is like 300. When I was applying, I think it was like 316. It's very, very, very higher than the Interac and Jets. For the Jet program, they don't only pay your airfare to come into Japan, but some jets do get subsidized housing and they provide you with stuff. So there's a Jamaican who came here. When I went to her apartment, she lives up north. And she had some woolly stuff that I've never seen before, like even electric blanket. Oh, by the way, I got an electric blanket last night. You know, oh, sleep on electric blanket and burn up bare things. Yeah, man, I have to get up in the early morning and turn off electric blanket. Watch electric blanket. Watch electric blanket. You know, girl, I say, yo, God goody. Just as, because January and February is going to be the coldest months. It not cold yet, you know. Me say, no, sir. All my ears are freeze off. That's why I have to make sure to me here. I did these juicy passion twist the other day and got my bed 3 a.m. Because me say I'm not going out there with my head out the door. And right now, in here, so I have a little bit of hair and so me just make wear a hat if me feel like no, when I do the cold. So girl sleep on electric blanket last night. Who can talk to me? Who can talk to me? We get electric blanket. So, anyways, she had some stuff, and Jet. When she came on the Jet program, they gave them to them. Interact don't give you those things, right? But Interact support in a lot of ways. May I mix up everything? Oh my God! Somebody that talk about salary. But I'm excited for some family member. I'm just excited. You know, normal of chat. I'm glad to see you know. So yeah, and then Interact salary is maybe 100,000 less. Starts at 215,000 yen basically. It depends on the position that you're in. When I came in, actually I'm still in a driving position. So they give you an allowance for that. They give you a position allowance. If you have more than one school, they give you a little bit more money than the regular people. So yeah, your salary might vary depending on your position, but it's still not as much as the jets get, right? Many persons prefer Interact for the time, as I said, and you can do your side hustles and stuff. Just you just have to know how you do it. Right. But we can talk to my boy, Yana. Yeah. I have some link and stuff. So Nile, you can link me on Instagram. Oh, me not for pronounce no Japanese. I hear the Japanese pronounce the U sometimes. Like when they want to be very, very polite, them pronounce the U. Like them say, Ohayo gozaimasu or Arigato gozaimasu. Me hear it Japanese. Oh, you mean? Me hear it. Especially the old people them. I don't know if it's right, but me hear them say it though. US or Jamaican? Jamaican dollars triple T. Jamaican 208. It's yeah, Jamaican dollars. And every year with Jet, I think every year you get an increase. You get an increase. It's not the case with Interac. You don't get an increase. Electric blanket, Mr. Girl, I sleep on electric blanket and bare things. Who feel so good? Nobody can talk to me, no. Me have my electric blanket. Who can talk to me? Yeah, man, you have to crochet your hair and try to do your thing. Try to do your thing, man. Yes, it's monthly triple T. Yeah, you get that monthly. When you're with Jet program, every year your salary increase by about, how does it? Oh, go again. But yeah, you do get an increase. And so your savings and what you take home, it depends on your expenses, of course. So it depends on where you live. Because like the bigger cities, it's kind of hard. You can get cheap housing. What I call cheap is like $400, 400, 500, 400, 500. For me, cheap is 300 or so dollars, US dollars, right? But for the yen, 40,000, 50,000, 30,000 yen. Um, just think of the yen. If I talk about yen, just think of the yen, and with the US dollars, just add two more zero. All right. So for me, cheap housing is like 40,000 or less. So it depends on where you live. You can get cheap housing. In Tokyo and Osaka and Kyoto, those are very, of course, you know, Tokyo is the capital of Japan. So the prices for stuff are very high. So it's kind of harder to get cheap housing, or, you know, it's more on the expensive side to eat, to live. Everything is a bit more expensive in those larger cities. It's not impossible. I know of someone who lives in Osaka, and her housing is very good. And it also depends on what you like and what you're comfortable with and your priorities. For me, I don't mind living as a minimalist as it is, because I come for work and a chicken come for jerk. But that's why I know I'm comfortable. I just want to know that I'm comfortable. I just want to know that I'm good. I have good running water and the place is okay. If there are no snakes. Just remember about the snake thing. There's a Jamaican, this first day she came. She's up north, in Shiga area, in the Kanto area. And Kansai, Kanto. And the first day she came, she saw a snake. She more in the rural area. Me would I go in my yard, a joke. But yeah, you just want to know that you're comfortable. So for me, I'm the girl who got the smaller, the apartment is quite small. It's just, you know what you would call your living room? That is it. And the bathroom there right there, so the kitchen there here, so your bed there here, so, and yeah, very, very small, but it depends on you. As I said, when I just came to Japan, I started out, usually the Interac, they provide you with housing. Okay, so Interac support you because they sponsor your visa. Sponsor meaning they give you all the necessary documentation that you need to complete and to start your life in Japan and to get your visa. So once you've completed a certain level of the process, you do the interview, you have to do a demo lesson, a demonstration lesson. And for the demo lesson, for persons who may be doing it now, or I don't even remember at what point you do it, but let's just touch on that very, very quickly. For the demo lesson, you don't need to stress yourself and try to prove yourself that you know English and you have to use a big word and be eloquent or anything. You just want to smile, because when you come to Japan, you're speaking small, according to some Africans, small English. And they only want to know that you are pleasant and you're happy. Hi, my name is Katie. Big smile. You did. That's all. Smile. Yeah, them know you have a degree. They know you're eloquent. They know you know English. They don't have to question whether or not you know English because you're a native English speaker. You were born in an English speaking country. So they already know that you have certain level of intelligence. You don't have to try to be too extra with the demo lessons. Just smile and keep it simple. Okay. Um, so yeah, once you've completed those things and they've decided that they're going to take you, they give you the documents that you need. They send you a whole lot of emails to keep in check with the emails, and you get everything. And once you get that, and you go to the embassy, say you get a visa. Well, wait till me get my visa. You just carry your passport till you get a visa, you pay your money. You don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry, so they're going to turn you down like some dirty embassy. I don't want to get in saparos. Yeah, so let's get back to what we were saying, right? So you get your visa, yeah? You don't have to worry about that. And they provide housing, they provide you with a native Japanese to help you around, to take you to the city hall, to get your things, your bank book open, to get your stuff done. Them support you because they're supposed to. They sponsor your visa. You're coming into a country that you don't know the language, you don't know anything, so they have to support you, right? So for the most part, they work with what they call Leopalaces. And let me tell you something, it's not a palace. It is very, very, very ironic why them call it Leopalace. Mr. Jesus, when you come in, if you're tall, you're going to lick up your head on the ceiling. Everything small. That was one of my biggest culture shock. The Leopalace. Me say the Leopalace, yeah. The Leopalace is... I exaggerate. Anybody who come to Japan and live in Japan, they know what a Leo Palace is. The Leo Palace is a tiny, tiny place, okay? It is just enough for you to come through the door. When you come through the door, there's a wall here and your kitchen is here. This is a door. Over there, sir, are your neighbor wall. Okay, you share wall. Right now, I don't even know if I'm speaking too loud because the walls are very, very thin. My neighbors are good. So your wall there, so your kitchen over here, so okay. Right here, you might have somewhere that you store your shoes. Right beside that, let me try to remember because I've moved out of a Leo Palace. So I have a lot of things to tell you because I'm going to tell you where I live now and how much me pay for rent. You know, long more tell you this. What? Yeah, anyways, yes. So the shoes, something there here, so it's like a little cut, a very narrow cupboard. Call it cupboard, but it's long. Different to have different steps, right? Keep your shoes right there. So next to that, you have the stove. Yes, you have the stove. The stove is a one burner something, right? And for my Leopalace, well, I think most of them it's electric stove, so you don't have to turn a knob. They don't use propane gas. And beside the stove is the bathroom. How can people make these things up? You can Google it. You can Google it, and you can even look on YouTube and you see a lot of people share them apartment. The Leo Palace, I mean, tell them, say the Leo Palace is not a palace. So nobody can come and Japan come feel like, say, you come a palace. Okay? The bathroom is right here. The bathroom is a tub. You have a shower in there. Some Leo Palaces have a little section that you can, wash off before you go into the tub. Mine didn't. And then the smart toilet. If it's an old Leo Palace, you will not get that smart toilet that have warmer for your butt. The smart toilet, me did hardly use it too because I didn't even know what was some of the buttons for. The first time I press one of the buttons, it spray up on something. Me nearly run out of the place. You understand? And then after the toilet right there, so now the fridge. Say open the bathroom door and you're looking in the fridge. You can sit on your toilet and open the fridge. The fridge, the fridge small. You have to bend down so the fridge small. Everything is small. The microwave is on top of the fridge. You get because the Leopalaces are usually furnished, right? And so you get some. When we say furnished, I ask them, "Where's my bed?" Oh, when you go inside, there's a little loft. So you come out of the little narrow alley, you have a little room, there's a loft, and you have to put what you call a futon up there. Futon. Futon, if you Google it, it's just a flat bed, kind of puffy. And like when we're making ground bed, all right, if you're a Jamaican and when your family members are coming over, your cousin them and so forth, and you don't have enough space and you make a cot on the floor, so you use a lot of sheets and stuff or blankets and you bungle them up, that's a futon in a nutshell. And you put it on the loft and you sleep up there. Down below you have a table and you have two chairs and a TV. Some layer palaces do have TV, some don't. I got a big flat screen TV, which didn't matter to me because I don't really watch TV, right? So the layer palaces run from the 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 rent ranges from about six. I don't know if any layer palace less than 50,000 yen, or mine was like 60. And of course, they provide Wi-Fi, and it depends on where you live. Your Wi-Fi may be good or not, but they provide Wi-Fi. Some persons do have purchased like routers and stuff because their Wi-Fi wasn't as good. So they provide Wi-Fi, and you get free water. And at my Lear Palace, parking was included, but some of them do not include parking and things like that. So coming to Japan, let me tell you this before we go into anything else. It is not a one size fit all. You hear me talk about something, listen to me, let me tell you, we can't emphasize more. I speak about a lot of my experiences being here in Japan and how life is in Japan. It is not going to be the same for you. It is not going to be the same. It might be better, it might be worse, it might be greater, it's not going to be the same. Practice repeating from now, because you have to do a lot of that when you come here as an ALT. You have to speak slowly and repeat. Remember, these people know no English. Imagine you go to a foreign country and people start talking to you. That's how we sound to them. So we have to speak slowly and repeat. It's not going to be the same, okay? But more than likely you will get a layer palace. And what Interac does when they set you up with stuff, you can get a phone from them. I wouldn't take the phone. Don't take the phone. Don't take the phone. Don't take the phone. Don't take it. The phone plan expensive, and it doesn't have to be that expensive. But as me say, if you want to link me up one away so I can share some hacks and some tips and tricks with you, just link me on Instagram. But they give you a phone, and because then, it's a business at the end of the day, and you're so nervous and you're coming into a new country and you're excited and you don't know what to expect. So they feed off that and they tell you, you're going to need to talk to your family and friends back home, and then you're stuck in a 1-year plan. Ah, my gosh, I was so happy to give them back the phone. I was so happy to change apartment. So anyways, when you just come here, you might find that things are not the way that you would like them, but it's like after a year you can fix things, you can change upon whatever you can, Anyways, that's that as it concerns apartments. So most of the apartments that Interac offers, the Leopalace, you will not find anything much outside of that. As we say, it's not a one size fits all. So some persons might say, "Oh, I don't live in a Leopalace and I'm here with Interac." Your case may be special because they mainly go with Leopalaces. I think they get deals from Leopalaces, maybe. All right, I'm gonna go back in the thing now. Where you go find the 300 for international housing? Germany is your laugh. Me soon tell her my rent. Okay, all right. So let me tell you, since as she posed that question. Yes, I don't think the rent is expensive in comparison to other countries. Persons who have lived in America say that, oh, this is cheap, this is reasonable, right? So it's not necessarily expensive, but you can search for what you want. So I'm gonna just give you a quick story. After my first year with Interac, my board of education, because you're hired to interact and they basically interact with your board of education. Depending on your city, your board of education will differ, and for each city you might have different ALTs working at different board of education. So your case will definitely be different. Remember the thumbs up, guys. 10 million people. Hey, 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 welcome. If I missed your name and I didn't say welcome, I'm stopping. I'm pausing now just to say welcome and thank you for coming in. And remember to give me a thumbs up and like, and please share if you may. Let other persons come and learn some things, because I know a lot of persons are looking forward to coming in the new year. So that's why I opted to do this. Thank you very much. I saw the likes change. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so nice. Wow, wow. Thank you. All right. So, what was I saying? Oh, so the board of education that I work with, it is kind of strange that it's just three of us that work at this. Yeah, just three beautiful queens work here. So I have 6 schools. So that's another thing. When you come on the program, you don't know. They might assign you to one school. They might assign you to 2. I know somebody who is assigned to 10. Okay. That's why they ask you, are you willing to drive? Are you willing to ride a bicycle? Because it depends. If they put you in a rural area, you might have to ride a bicycle to school, things like that. So everybody's case different, and I have to overemphasize that. I can't overemphasize that. Case is totally different, right? So, anyways, I have 6 schools, and there are persons who have maybe 1 or 2. I don't mind, to be honest, having more than one, because one can be boring. You're doing the same things over and over for different classes. So and you're meeting different people when you go to different schools. So I don't mind, because I don't do well with monotony. As you can see, based on my personality, I can't every day the same thing over and over. And then it's mixed. You can go to an elementary school or a junior high school. It depends. And it doesn't matter what your level of education or qualification or whatever is. Not necessarily education. You might have a master's degree and decide to become an ALT because you want the opportunity of coming into Japan. Once you set your foot here and you learn the language, you can elevate yourself. You can get other jobs, but you need to learn Japanese. So that's another story. Anyways, so it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever. I don't know what factors they use to place you, but you can be at a junior high school or an elementary school. Those are more popular. There are persons who have special cases of working directly with the BOE, special, because the contracted companies don't necessarily allow you to do that, or with senior high schools. So I have 6 schools, and apparently I was doing very well. So I Interact asked me, why is it that people, what am I doing that people love me so much? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? My manager called me, right? So he probably had an idea that I was looking into another job, because girl come for, you understand? Yeah. Yeah, man. Once you come, you can find different ways and means to sort out yourself. So it may feel same did get a little idea, because something came up, like direct, if you're directly hired, you get more money, of course. And I'll tell you about that. If I don't remember some of these things that I say, I'm going to tell you, remember to tell me in the comment. But yeah, so they decided that, they said, oh, the Board of Education wants you to stay. They don't want to change you. They don't want a new ALT there. Because I was supposed to go to a different Board of Education because my international driver's permit expired and I wasn't able to drive. They don't play with those things. Driving, and it's very, very, very strict. So the day after it expired, they came for the car, or the day before. So they were like, so I said, oh, well, I don't drive and I am at 6 schools, and based on where I live, it's going to be difficult. So they said, well, we have to move you closer to the schools, and we're going to have to move you free of cost. Usually when you're moving in Japan, you pay what you call a cleaning fee, which can range from 20 grand to maybe more, 200 US dollars, right? So they said that they will pay the cleaning fee and they will arrange for me to get truck to move and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, and while you're doing that, I need a private jet. Well, you say Board of Education want me? Well, come again. Oh, you say, talk to me nice. No, sir. Look here. I need my personal chef. Anyways, they moved me to a new city, but I decided I didn't want any Leopalace. I wasn't. I want to start save money because I plan to give them back their phone. I'm just gonna look for a cheaper plan. In your first year, don't worry too much. You're gonna be a little bit stressed out by the one heap of money where come out of your salary. Yeah, I tell you that upfront. A lot, especially if you take a loan, because the Interac offer you loan because you need to have like $500,000 to settle in the country. Of course, you come in, start work yet, you need to get things done, you need to pay your rent up front and stuff like that. But they offer you loans. So especially if you take a loan, you're going to see the loan being withdrawn, you're going to see your rent, everything set up already if you come out of your account. So you will be a little bit stressed about what you get, because 215,000 is not a lot of money, right? We know that. But anyways, I'm like, okay, I'll look for my apartment because I don't want Leopalace. I want something cheap. So I had a friend who knew Japanese a little bit better than I did. He was here for a while, and he kind of know the ropes and them stuff there. So he said, okay, fine, maybe help you. And we went house hunting. Them time that I wasn't really doing YouTube properly. That was just like in last April. So I didn't record it. It would have been nice because we went to different parts, different houses and stuff, and then I decided on the one that I want, and that's where I am now. Japanese, but talk to my nice girl. Let me tell you, my rent is, so I'm coming from a rent of 60,000. I think it was 50 something thousand, but must always say 60, 65 or so when you check the electricity bill and gas bill. My rent, and already, I'm paying 35,000 for my rent. Actually, the rent is 29,000, but when they add up maintenance and them all kind of little tax and something, it come up to 35,000. Yeah, and it's not the little one room stuff. I don't even remember what they call it. The one room where you have the kitchen right here. So when you're in Jamaica, you don't really have a big place and you don't have a lot of space. You have a one room and you put your stove here, so you have those for this price. My apartment, I wanted to do an apartment tour, but kind of personal. I'm not gonna switch back my bed and all and something there. Oh gosh, I should have done it when it was empty. But as I said, I wasn't doing YouTube at the time. But I'm paying 35,000 for my rent, girl, and it's bigger than the Leopalace. And where I live, the only drawback is that it's 4 flights of stairs. They have no elevator because it's kind of like an old building, and once it's under 5 flights of stairs, they don't care to put an elevator. So, but it makes me fit. 4 flights of stairs, and that's just the only thing. And I'm on the top. But where I live, it's so convenient. My post office is 3 minutes away. The gas station is across the road. There's a cafe downstairs and a laundromat. There is a convenience store 5 minutes walk from me. There's one 3 minutes away as well. My favorite supermarkets, very, very cheap and have international food. 5 minutes walk and 10 minutes walk, respectively. Um, oh, I'm close to the train station too. Look on God. Look on God. So don't worry yourself when you come and you see you're paying the big bills and stuff. You're settling for the first year, just settle down, just try to get your feet in, try to network and know people and talk to persons and sort out yourself in a way where by the following year you're cutting expenses, because our priority is to make money, not to spend money, talk up the things them. Yeah. So they moved me. I didn't pay any cleaning fee, and I'm paying, call it half of what I used to pay. And I got tell them my bills them. Why? I are so nice. I are so nice. Hey, I are so nice. Yeah, man, it's okay. Expensive, man. But people go there because it depends on your lifestyle, you know. If you can manage not going to parties or pubs, and or if you can manage the lonely life, because if them send you to a really rural place, you're gonna be lonely. Gonna be like probably the only foreigner, and people are looking at you like, eh? These people were real. I thought they made them up in the movies. And kids come touch your hair. It's not so bad. Like back in the day, it was worse. Like in the cities, in certain cities, they were like, and them run from you and things like that. It's not so bad. But in some rural areas, they're still not used to foreigners, and they'll probably be the first they'll see. So you'll get certain housing in the north. As I said, it depends. If it's a Leopalace, it can be expensive. Usually in the rural areas, like very, very, very rural, you get cheap rent. 40,000 is a lot of money. 40,000 is a lot of money. Ah, yeah, the rent should be cheaper, but it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Just keep your mind open for anything, right? And just understand why you are coming here and what it is that you want to accomplish. Because nobody comes here to be an ALT forever. I have met ALTs who have been an ALT for 10, 15 years. But for me, mm-mm. Nobody wants to be an LT forever, but it's a stepping stone. It's an opportunity to get your foot into this country. It's the easiest way. It's the best way. And I'm gonna say the best way. It's the easiest way because you can come by through scholarship. That's another option. If you don't want to work, but scholarship and study. Yeah, and the chicken will come from jerk. Yeah, man. North is a little bit cheaper. You can get North. You find people paying like 20 grand in like very rural areas. Hi, Sydney Johnson TV. Hi, everyone. Hello, Merry Christmas. He said, Blessed Girl Joe. Hi, Blessed Girl Joe. What's going on? Hey, hello. I was talking about something, so I didn't get to say hi. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your like. Thank you for sharing. Them call it police because it's a commodity. Hey, let me tell you something, man. About police. Oh, where I live now is called a mansion. Right. I can't bother with Japan. I can't manage. A mansion, me live, so I move from palace to mansion. Let's talk to me. Talk to the queen. Yeah. From palace to mansion. Don't play with me. Jamaican queen, yeah. From palace to mansion, yeah. Talk up the things them. I want to come out with this, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want me to go out with, you know, so my love go answer. A lot of house, a bathroom off the kitchen. A lot of house has a bathroom off the kitchen. No, Triple T is in a this the Leopalace. Trust me, it's special because even the little sink that you get with the one burner right there, you don't have any counter to cut up your food. And I'm like, so how them expect you? Sometimes I have to put things on the floor. It's just trust me, you know, just small fit what fit just fits your exactly what you need. You know, it's smaller than what you need. How long? Uh, I'm just seeing this question, Japanese. How long have I been here in Japan? This March will be 2 years, and I'm living at this new apartment, my mansion, since April. I almost say April of last year, as if 2020 finished yet. Since April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. This so 8 months. Petoya Campbell, 6. Yeah, 6 schools, girl. People have 8. Yes, yes, yes. But we make it work because they don't know if it's, especially if you're a Jamaican, we know if we make the thing work. And if you drive, it's not so bad. Because what happened is that you don't go to all the schools. It's not like you're school hopping. It's not a case where you some persons do get that. Lord Jesus. As me say, trust me, just keep manage your expectations. Don't come expecting no this or no that. Manage and don't listen to I know like for me when I was coming here I was watching a lot of videos. I was asking people who were already here about their experiences. I know the excitement, the adrenaline, the nervousness, everything coupled, and your stomach is churning. You're wondering if you're making the right decisions and all of that. I know the emotional roller coaster that you go through. You're wondering if you should cancel. You're wondering if you should still come, especially now in this time that the world is going through this confusing state, you know. But as I said, do not think that your experience will be based on other people's experience. There are so many YouTube videos out there that when I after coming here, I'm like, so them this says so and so. Like there's this thing where a person say, oh, it's gonna be difficult for you to get stuff here in Japan. Of course, as a Westerner, things will be totally different. Not totally different, but as in shopping for stuff will be a little bit different, you know, especially as a female and you have natural hair, for example, you might not readily get the stuff readily available. You have to buy things online, but it's not so hard. You can find things and you can I'll just find alternative stuff, and there's always Amazon Japan, and there's another online platform called Herbalife. What about Herbalife? Watch me advertise Herbalife. See, I'm advertising is, you know, you can hire me, you know. What's called iHerb. And you get me get all my natural hair stuff from iHerb, all my oils, eucalyptus oil and all those things. And they're not expensive and the shipping is free. So don't get carried away with everything that you hear people talk about because your experience will be different. So yeah, you some persons do school hop, like, you know, you leave from one school to the next in a day, and that's kind of rare. But usually you get for me, you get a schedule and you go to this school on this day, you go to that school on that day. You usually have a main school that you go to more than the others, and some they put more emphasis on the junior high schools and the senior high schools. So for the elementary schools, you might just go there for once a month or twice a month. So it's not so terrible as it sounds, right? You might just go there for like once or twice a month, and yeah, so it's not so bad. It's doable, and you get to meet different people and work with different people, which can be terrible or it can be good. Yes, yes. You usually, if they're putting you in such a position, you you they'll ask you to drive. But the guy that I know that has 10 schools, he's not driving. He has a Japanese license, but he decided not to take the car because the car will incur extra expenses. And as we say, we come for work, when come down, we want to make more money, not spend more. So he decided to ride his bicycle because he can. For some of them, you don't have that option. You have to drive. 35 cheap, yes, girl. That's why my hype so. You see, that's why my hype so. Nobody can talk to me, you know. With my nice, clean electric blanket, I'm a 35,000. I say I'm winning, right? I mean, if you get that trophy the way I'm living right now, yeah. Nobody can talk to me. 35 cheap and based on it's a blessing because persons, even Interac was telling me that this is an expensive city and blah blah. I'm gonna say no. When my God depend the job, don't tell me anything. Don't, my God is on the job. I was, hey, I was like, what's the catch? Why is it so cheap? And since I've been living here, no problems. I don't have any like leakages or termites and cockroach or whatever. No, no problem at all. The only thing is the stairs. I'm getting used to it. Like if I have big bags, like when I used to go monthly shopping with this young lady, she drives, so I used to just have big bags and we just bring up one by one or two by two. That's it. I try not to stress myself about things that I cannot change. You just try to conform and work with it in the best way you can. What you get included with that rent? Oh, yes, that's a very good question, Triple T. With that rent, I get free Wi-Fi, which is really, really good. That's what I'm using to stream now. For some persons, they have to buy extra Wi-Fi or modem. I get free Wi-Fi. It's awesome. The water is included, so I do not pay extra for water. If I have a car, I gave up the car, so if I had a car, I would have to pay for parking because there's not much parking space. I think most of the persons who live here are like university students. You know, university students are looking for cheap expenses, like living cheaper living. So mainly bicycles. They say, "What a bicycle? What amount of spaces for bicycles?" For park bicycles, but I would have to pay like an additional 6,000, 5,000, 6,000 yen per month for parking if I should get a car. That's one of the reasons I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm juggling it. I need to work. So that's what I get with the apartment. This apartment, unlike the Leopalace, wasn't furnished, but that wasn't a big problem because there are thrift shops that you can get cheap stuff. So I decided I didn't want any futon anymore. Me tired of it. Me not used to the futon. Say me no want him want a good bed. And I was surprised I slept on that futon for a year. It was like a year before I actually got a real bed. Some persons after a few months them said, nope, I'm gonna buy me a bed. So I bought a bed. Let's see if I can remember the cost for the stuff now when I moved here. I bought a bed. I didn't want a microwave, and the bed was about 25,000, I think, for the base and mattress, and I got sheets set with it and pillow. Right. So I think I paid about 25,000 for the bed, brand new. I did a video where I unboxed the bed, the compressed bed. It's cock up. I feel this in a third tab. I bought a microwave oven because I didn't want the microwave anymore. The microwave oven is more versatile and it's healthier. I paid 1,000 something for my small microwave oven because I wanted to like be able to jerk chicken, bake cookies or whatever. You know, some things that you can do with a microwave oven. And I bought a small kettle because, of course, if you don't have a microwave to hurry up and reheat your water, you need a kettle. I think I paid 800 yen for the kettle, I think. Electric kettle, of course. I bought a humidifier. I'm looking around to remember. The humidifier cost me about 500 yen, I think, a small humidifier. I bought a mirror for 500 yen, just a small, narrow mirror. I bought a table, like kind of like a center table, folded, 500 yen, I think I got it for as well. I bought a washing machine for 6,000, I think, 6 or 7,000 yen. It was, of course, not new. Just bleach it out, wash it with some bleach water and stuff like that. Works perfect. It's a Panasonic, and you know, if you're not planning to really stay here for long, you don't need anything. What else do you need? You know, just get what you need to use at the time, and when you're ready, you just get rid of them. So I'm not gonna buy anything new. I bought also bought the washing machine. Oh, no, and this place has a stove as well, but it has two burners. This no lie, the Leopalace has two, but you can't really use them so well because one is like one behind the other. This one only has one, and it uses propane gas. So I didn't need to buy a stove to have a bigger space to counter space. You see me do cooking videos and you will see the kitchen size kind of like um a little bit. Yeah, the sink is so big. So about the washing machine, the bed, there's something. Oh, fridge. Yeah, I bought a fridge. I think I paid 8,000 yen for the fridge. So I think in all I furnished this place for like 50,000 yen. Talk to me nice. Me say talk to. You have to know the things that hello. Yeah, yeah, man. You have to walk around and check and it's good to know people who already know the thing. So thank God for the person that was able to assist me at the time. He knew some. Oh yeah, and the desk that I have the laptop on now is like a nice little small bedside table with drawers. When we see it, we say, what? Because I said, okay, I have the table, the center table. If I want, I can sit on the floor and eat there or whatever. And of course, I had mats already from the Leopalace. So I said, the only thing I needed now is there's a closet here. Very big, bigger than the Leopalace. So it has 3 tiers. So for the top one, I put the stuff that I really don't use so much. The second one, the only thing that didn't come with a rod, so I had to buy that to put it in. We keep on a drop down. Sure. Need a man to come and fix the rod properly, but yeah. So back to the side table, right? The bedside table. It has 2 drawers. I can put like cosmetic stuff, and I have a big drawer, and it have a whole heap of space. I'm put books under there and stuff, and then under my bed, me just put some things that me not really use under the bed. So I just utilize the space and make it work, and I love it. I can see the sunset, the sunrise from my window, and the sunset when I go on the balcony. So that's what I get with this apartment. I get convenience and I get the beauty. I love nature, so I love just going out. I can see the lakeside from where I am. There's one of the biggest lakes in this prefecture. I can see that across from my apartment, and the sunset and the mountains. The last last few weeks it snowed a little bit, so I could see a little white stuff on the mountain. It was really beautiful. That's what I get for here. What else? Oh, there's an AC here as well, an old AC. The Leopalace AC did Basel, but that never matter. But just when I saw the AC, I was like, the only thing I don't want, because let me show you the remote. So for sure, you say it all. The Leopalace AC had a lot of options and this and that. So you can see that it's really modern. But the only thing I was worried about is that if it's AC, it's going to suck a lot of electricity, which it doesn't. It's nice. My electricity bill goes up in the summer and the winter because me now burn up. You know, make sense. You try to be cheap and stuff and go kill yourself. You know, you have to be comfortable. And me now staying in the cool. So let me look at the if there are any other questions before that, and then I'll talk about my bills. I'm going through it. Oh yeah, that was Sydney. Sydney Johnson TV. Yeah. Prefecture. I live in Shiga Prefecture. Hey boo, Shelly's Corner. Hey, happy holidays. What's up? Thank you, Japanese. I heard. Me never had a look on the screen. Yeah, it's a very good deal. I love it. I say, God, you're on the job. I'm telling you, man, any whatever you're doing in life, put God first. As C Miller TV always say, put God first in everything you do. Trust me, He will work things out for you. He will. I have so many testimonies. Oh God, you have to just put God first because you can come here and face hell. May I tell you? As with any other country, like with everything else, once you're moving to a new country, expect the unexpected. You can come to Japan and you say, oh, the girl will have the YouTube channel, One Big IRIE Family, talks about Japan. I'll look the things that we may go through. Yeah. Oh, me carry the furniture up the stairs. Lord Jesus. That was a testimony again. Lord of mercy. As I say, I keep making mention to this friend that I had that was here in Japan for maybe 3 years. So he knew the ropes in some ways. But anyways, he helped me to to find the places to get the cheap furniture. So the people them come and them tell me now that they don't offer trucks for certain things, and then it was expected to rain, so they may not be able to give me a truck to take the stuff. So I'm like, what the hell? Gotta work it out that this Jamaican girl, where I was living at the Leopalace, she moved in the same week when I was moving out. And I was like, look how long I'm there, come on, you come when me I go away. But God is so good that it turned out that she got a car. She came with Interac. So she got her car. She was in a driving position. And the day during the moving process, she got the car and she said, she down to earth and she's like, girl, I got you. Don't worry. Whenever you're ready, once we get the car, we're gonna, because I already walk around and identify the cheap stuff and say, okay, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. And me even ask them, can I pay down? I want to keep it, I want to secure it. But they're like, oh no, we don't do that. Yeah, you'll find in Japan, they come like robots sometimes, no lenient, say not the day. Like, this is a system. It's good sometimes, it's good. But may I tell you, sometimes it really, can you say, oh, I don't want my sandwich with onion? You can't just take out the onion. Oh, come in aside. I'm so sorry. I have to. Anyways, I couldn't pay down. So, anyway, my fast forward. So my girl said, yes, mom, when you're ready. So we identified the stuff. I said, all right, I'm going to buy the bed here. I'm going to buy the fridge and this here. I'm going to buy that there. And what we did now, we just kind of schedule out the time. And we said, all right, when we pick up the bed right there, so we're going to pick up that right there. So we're going to come right here. So, and we small up in the car. Because as Jamaicans, we know if we small up and we know and women, we know if we pack. So we pack the car, I will pack, and my slug in her lap, and the guy drive the car, and the guy who the one of the workers from the store helped with the with the fridge, I think, on the micro, on the fridge, I think, and the stove, not the fridge and the washing machine. And he said he's not able to bring it. And when me I'll mix up the story because of so many old go. Some of the things I got taken to the apartment by car. And then for some strange reason, one of the places who said they can't give us the truck, they decided that one of the workers will drive the truck. So we asked if he would help, and he kind of, Japanese are not like Jamaicans. They're not gonna straight out tell you, my girl, me can't do that to no girl. Them not pay me for extra for that. All right, if me do it, you have to give me a thing. Just give me 2 grand and me bring it up, and me bring up everything. Bring them on my head. The Japanese will tell you, they might tell you no, but they don't really want to tell you no because they keep the peace, right? So they're not confrontational and they're not upfront like us. So he kind of said no ish. I said, Father got touching heart, because this guy alone can't bring this stuff. And the guy brought, when he dropped off everything without even asking him again, he got out of the car and was like, what? I'm gonna bring this stuff them. And I was behind him like, Gambare, 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 arigato. Gambare means, oh, do your best, fight, go, go, go. It's like motivational, and he was smiling all the way through, bringing up the stuff, 4 flights of stairs. Bring up the stove and then bring up, keep saying stuff, bring up the washing machine and then bring up the fridge. And I'm like behind them, gambare, gambare, gambare. Yeah, I said God work out everything, man. Trust me, put God first. You think he easy? Yeah, that's how I got the furniture up the stairs. I don't live for straw. The only thing I brought was the smaller stuff that were light. Because girls queen. Girl, I moved from Leopalace to mansion. Queening. Queen lifestyle, what we say. If I made anything to go off Japan, life not easy. uh, yeah, life isn't easy anywhere at all. No matter where you go, life can be rough. I'll meet you at the airport now if you're ready to come home. Moan, come home. Richie. Richie. Hey Richie. You know how long I'm gonna see you, Richie? Richie. Oh, let me say that again. Long time no see. Japanese, they're still there. Oh, them say a long time no see in Japanese again. But it's a very popular term. Sashiburi. Richie, Sashiburi. Sashiburi, Richie. Yeah, one come on, one come on. I'm happy here. Yeah, I'm happy here, man. I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm okay, but I have something that really ruffled my feathers the other day. I have a really, I'm never story if you tell her no. I soon tell her no. Talk Jamaican to me then. Yes, so let me go back to the bills because I touched on that briefly. So that's my rent. And for electricity, I usually pay like about electricity, like about 1,500 for the month. Who feels sweet every time they see them bill 1,200, 1,500. I'm like, must I'm winning right now. I need to get touch off with the way I'm living right now. Yeah, I'm winning. My love see the low bills. Yeah. Come on, if you come in your account and let's go out, and that we say, yeah. But in the summertime and winter time, as I've mentioned earlier, I use the AC and I got a fan from an LT. Yeah, you will get stuff. You can get stuff. You just have to don't worry yourself about stuff. And once hype on going like, oh, me no want nothing from nobody. So she was leaving and she had the fan, and I said, yeah, of course. She said you're gonna need it in the summer, so you don't have to use the AC so much. So I took the fan, so I use that more often. But whenever I use the AC, so my bill, my electricity might come up to like 4,000 something. Yeah, it never, it it got to 5,000 one time because I used the bath more than once. Yeah, I don't use the bath every day. No, it takes a lot of water to fill that bath, and the hot water, the hot. Mm-mm. So it's not cheap. So once I use the bath, it goes up to, but yeah, 4,000 something max. But usually it's like 1,000 something. I wish part here in Jamaica people have paid 1,000 and for light bill. And it's not like as I said, I'm not into that thing where I'm living in discomfort because of cheapness. I make sure that I'm comfortable. But if I don't need to use a light, like if it's daylight and you can open the door or the open, because I don't have any windows. I only have like a sliding door, a very big, so a door at the front and like sliding doors at the back. So if you're claustrophobic, and let me tell you, a lot of persons who are not flexible find it hard to live here because things are very different. Yeah, and we still hang our clothes outside on the line. They're not big on dryers. You don't have the space anyhow for a dryer. You still hang up your clothes outside. We see one Richie come say, Richie, we miss you. Oh, why did this so long? Did you have a wing day? Oh, what Richie at all? Well, what is a wing day? Psh, I don't know where you're talking about. You know, you had an encounter with the police or army there. Is that what scare you? Oh yes. Police came to my apartment. I'm gonna tell you why. I went. I heard the doorbell. So of course there's a little peephole. Let me look out there. About three police officers. I'm like, what the hell is this? What did I do wrong? So welcome to Japan. This is Japan. Where nothing will surprise you and everything will, if that makes sense. I'm like, what? Then I remember that I had lost my train pass. I lost the train pass and I went back to the convenience store because convenience stores are convenient, really convenient. You pay your bills. Oh, another bill that I incurred this year was city tax. So city tax is paid usually like every year. So I paid city tax for last year, and city tax varies depending on where you live and stuff. Some persons say they pay like over 100,000. Some persons pay 70,000. Some persons pay 50. You have a payment agreement that you can ask them to pay some amount per month. My city tax was 21,000. Oh my God, God is just so good. We don't know why. And this city is not, well, it depends on where you were living, but I hear that this city is not cheap, but me get cheap apartments, so nobody can. Me trust God now with everything. So yes, so I lost my pass because I went to the convenience store to charge it. So I figured that that's where I lost it. So I went back there and they did them translation. That's another thing. It can be very, very pressuring, not knowing the language. Everything takes a lot of time. It's mendoxai. Muskashne, muskashi. Difficult. Yeah, everything. All you do one little transaction was supposed to take 5 minutes, it take an hour. Anyway, them after them translate and them do this and them do that and them go around and them check. one lady, she check her, they come back and call one next lady and ask and them. Me try to use translation from my phone and everything. Finally, they said that I have to go to the police station. Went to the police station, the same translation, something, come back, go round, come round. Finally, them say, oh, yes, we have your card. Me oh glad me just put 10,000 yen on the card because I put it for the month. I'm like, oh, if I lost my card, but in Japan, you can lose, or you can misplace your purse, your handbag, your phone, and you go and get it back. One of my friends left his lunch and he went and got it back. So that's one of the things that I love. Yeah, you can misplace your stuff. You can drop your nice expensive gloves and you pass back and somebody hang it on the wall or put it somewhere and give it back to you. I lost my coin purse with full of coins and I got it back with all my coins. So I wasn't really worried about that part of it. I knew I would have gotten it back once somebody found it. But going to the police station, like, why? So I went there and of course, they asked me for identification and everything. And they gave me back they asked me when I lost the card. Luckily, I had the receipt and I showed them and I told them. I know they mentioned something about checking my address, but I didn't expect that they would come to the apartment. Because me lose my train pass. And you want to verify my address. 3 police, them not have nothing to do ya. Some of them need to go down a yard. Them need to go down a yard to get some work. 3 of them come and ask me about if I meet, like in their language, if I was the one who lost the card. I'm like, yeah, me have to sign something. So I couldn't sign it at the station. So imagine if I did something big, me they lose. Would that come at my workplace too? Anyways, it was fine because they're usually courteous and them smile and nod and try to speak English if they can, and that was why police came to our apartment to verify that I was really speaking the truth regarding my address to get back my train pass. Three police come for that. Oh God. No, I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. You don't have to be scared of the police. They're usually very nice. If me love money, who don't love money? Money make the world go round. Money, the love of money is the root of all evil. But you need money. If you don't have money, you don't have life. Money and things to say, box of money, box of money. Me and my random songs, blame daddy. Him love play the music in my head, so I always have them. Big electricity or utility bill shake you up. I don't know yet about Richie. But yes, the biggest, so I spoke about my electricity bill. Did I speak about my heat, my electricity? I pay for electricity and gas. My gas bill is usually like, how much is the gas bill again? Maybe 3,000 something or 2,000 something, 3,000 something. Because what they do for the gas, they have like a minimum payment that's them set. So no matter how much gas you use, you're gonna pay that. No matter if you don't use it. So for mine, my minimum payment is 2,500 yen. So even if I don't use it, I go pay 2,500. So each month, kind of like we use 500 more on it. So I usually pay like 3,000 something for gas. So where I was living before, the cap was at 1,900. Some places 1,000, as me say, varies. So I usually pay that for gas. I don't pay more than 5,000 yen per month for utilities. It's a winning right now. Yeah, because you don't want to be, I don't like when I see a bag of money coming out of my salary. Look, money don't enough already, you understand? Yeah. And for groceries, I've now discovered that one of my favorite supermarkets have sale on Wednesdays. And last Wednesday, I got a whole chicken. I guess it's because it's Christmas time because I've never seen a whole chicken. The first time I bought a whole chicken here, it was so tough. I mean, I like throw away my money and waste food, but me say me cook it down nice, you know. I mean, I say, oh, no, no, what is? I'm gonna put sweet pepper, all kind of something, and woolly pepper, and me. Why me have to throw it away? Say me not eat it. And from that, I didn't not buy that chicken there again. Because I just wanted some bones, yo. And then chicken expensive. Like them have breasts separate from the drumsticks from the wings. And yet putting all of that together, you don't necessarily get a whole chicken. And sometimes you just buy the breast and buy wings or drumsticks because I want bones. I like bones. So I was so happy. I got whole chickens, not so big, but I paid like 990 yen for it. So I try to get bargains at the supermarkets. Uh, I got a tray of egg for 100 yen, and I say, you know what? I think them are easy, you know. You can learn a lot from these people. They know how. They're very resourceful, and they know how to save. You want to see them in the place on sale Wednesdays. As my go take up a bag of orange, the woman take up 3 bag of orange. The last 3 were left. Because orange not cheap. Orange not cheap. Not cheap anywhere. Because not even cheap in Jamaica. Not to mention mango. 10,000 yen mango. Joke thing. I may have mango tree in my yard. Buy frozen mango still to make my smoothies. So my supermarket bill not usually expensive. My grocery shopping, it kind of like 15,000 for the month. I hear a person say that they spend 30 and stuff. It depends on what you are eating. Like if you eat a lot of convenience store food, it will cost you because convenience store food nice, but it's not cheap. You can pay like 300 to 500 yen for a bento. What they call a bento is a lunch box, which they get some rice or whatever. There's a mixture of things. They can have noodles, they can get chicken, eggs, blah blah blah, and it lasts. It's just for one meal. But I usually take my lunch to school. For the elementary schools, you get school lunch. You get school lunch, and the school lunch they said the kids need a lot of calories because they use a lot of energy, so they give them rice every day. Every single day where God sent a school, you get rice. Rice. And a little box of milk. And something with them called soup or I don't know what, like for gravy, but it's soupy-ish. It not have no dumpling and a sweet potato and yam and banana in there. It's just some vegetables. Sometimes you get curry, depends, and you get some little pieces of chicken or fish, and that's school lunch. Everybody eats that. From principal come right down. So it's not like, the other day I was saying it's so funny that in Jamaica probably the principals would have their own big lunch and then everybody else it trickle down to the smaller lunch. Everybody eats the same thing. And sometimes I'm like, oh, don't forget big people this. The big people might get the same thing where they put in them I get. How much money, how much energy we I use at work. At one of the schools, me tell them to give me more rice. The school lunch, you pay for it, but it's cheap. It's like 220 yen or so. Some people don't like the school lunch. As I say, you have to be flexible when you come to Japan because you don't get everything and to your as though you like it. It's usually bland because it's for kids. So sometimes I'm like, I should have walked with my pepper sauce. But yeah, it's just it's all right. You get some vegetables and that's it. And you don't worry about yourself. You understand? You come in your yard, you cook your big dinner. When you get home, you cook your dinner. You know, easy yourself. If you want to bring lunch, you have to tell the company that you would rather not take school lunch, and then they will make arrangements. But they want you to take the lunch because in Japan, everybody is the same. Once one person do something, everybody are gonna do it, and that's very very good. They don't allow much for individuality, and I think a society needs that too. Not in the case where everybody's going to be like a robot, like kind of like robotic here sometimes, but you need that. Guys, I mean, like in comparison to Jamaica, so many persons don't want to work. Everybody want to do their own thing, and people want a boss in the music industry and all those things. You have to work. These people work very hard. So you find that once one person, is a system, and that's what they do. So everybody get that, and for the most part, yeah, you find principals vacuum out the classroom, vice principal downstairs a chop out yard, a plant flowers. Nobody not say, oh, I'm the supervisor, go and do that, come and do this. I don't know, it's a different mentality, but you can bring your lunch if you really, if you're like allergic to stuff. But they want you to bring balanced meal because they want you to set an example of what a good nutritious meal is. They have a problem with ALTs who bring like cup soup every day and things like that. For junior high schools, they don't provide school lunch. You can buy obento, which is really nice. I have a video on my channel, Life in the Day in the Life of ALT. You'll see and get an idea of what the obento is like. You get some miso soup for some of them, and a variety of stuff. And really, it's nice. Japanese food, well prepared and stuff, and delicious. Much time I say nice and delicious. It's a bit more expensive, but it's still cheap for the quality that you're getting. Or you can bring your lunch. For most times, I prefer to bring my lunch. So for junior high schools, you can bring your lunch, and you'll find that people bring their lunch too. So even the principals, they bring them obento, they bring their lunch. If you come home to Spanish Town, you can get free light and water. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. We can't come now. Them have travel restrictions. I wanted to come in the summer. Didn't work out. But December, I don't get a lot of time off, especially because they extend the time for the kids to be in school because of the whole quarantine and stuff where we had to stay in. Not quarantine, what them call it? Lockdown and something that we did go on. So they extend the time of kids to be in school. So school was open up until yesterday. Yesterday was Friday, Christmas Day. Kids went to school. They're not so big on Christmas. Some persons talk about Christmas, but it's not like in Jamaica where we close the schools and everything. They still had school. I think usually they would close before though, but because they extended for them, New Year is more important. New Year is very, very significant in their culture and tradition. What else didn't I talk about? Let me do the rant now and the story time. So recently I got news that some of these things I'll be speaking in parables and patois because it's information going out there and I don't want to get myself in trouble, right? Story time, story time, story time, bing ling ling, bang bang bang, bam bam bam. Want my friend them there, want my family them there, wanna come, story time. Let me give you 2 minutes to share and call everybody one need for call because this story is not normal. It's not normal. I'm coming to Japan in March. Never nervous, but a little calm now. Yeah, yeah, man. You will get nervous, excited, everything. Petoya. Hey, Petoya. You're coming in March. Yay. Right? Yeah, life in Japan. Life in Japan, eh? I wish you all the best for all the persons who will be coming in March. All the best, all the best, all the best. I wish you all the best, and I pray that God will open doors for you and that you will get good placements. Because some schools not nice. People tell people them allergic to curly hair. Some crazy stories, some crazy things happen here. Because you know wherever you go, people are people, and you have everywhere you go. I'm not say the word I didn't want to say, but I wish you guys all the very best, Guy Ashley. Yay! Hi, hi, hi. I will tell you though that it's good to learn your basic Japanese. So Ohayo gozaimasu, that's good morning. And of course, practice your self introduction because when you come here, what Interact does is take you to your schools and you introduce yourself to the principal and maybe the head teachers or the ego tanto, the English teachers that will be in charge of you. So oh yeah, I'm almost telling you too. If you bring souvenirs, because you'll find people that you like and you want to give them stuff. So bring like key rings, armbands. I find that armbands really work well, and the key rings work well too. Some persons bring like drops and certain type of sweets like peanut cake and stuff, but they get stale. Like after traveling and then after training, you stay in training for maybe a week or 3 days, and they get stale, and you really don't want to give people those things. So coffee, they drink coffee a lot because they work like, yeah, the working culture here is really, yeah, stringent and they work a lot. So they're always high on coffee. So, and they love Blue Mountain Peak coffee. It's very expensive here. It's expensive everywhere because it's the best in the world. If you can afford it, you can bring some Blue Mountain Peak coffee. And I didn't really bring coffee because I'm gonna bring coffee for 6 schools. But I'm sorry, I'm upset now that I actually didn't. I really don't drink coffee because it makes me dizzy, but I'm kind of feel upset that I didn't bring at least 2 or 3 packs because I have some schools that I really like and I like the people them and stuff. So I could have left this coffee in the lunchroom. Not lunchroom, they have a little small room because there's no lunchroom, okay? You eat at your desk and you'll find that they're eating and working. I saw them stay, yeah. So there's no lunchroom and no sick pay and them stuff there. No, yeah. But yeah, bring some coffee if you can. They will love you for the Blue Mountain coffee. They will love you. Let me tell you, they will love you. And what else can you bring as omiyage? Omiyage is souvenir. What else can you bring? Anything Jamaican. If you have stickers, if you have Usain Bolt, anything with mark Jamaica. For my schools, I gave them a copy of my book, because I'm an author, as you would have seen, some of you. Sweets, if it's not gonna get stale, you can. Like as I mentioned, if you bring like drops and coconut cake and things like that, a lot of persons, oh, tamarind ball, maybe you can bring tamarind because that don't get stale. But a lot of persons bring like drops and coconut cake and peanut cake, and then after you travel for so many hours and then training, and by the time and you don't go to the schools like the same day, same week, because when you get here you have like probably 2 weeks or so before you actually start. Everything gets stale. I give people them to steal something because we're ambassadors, we're cultural ambassadors. So we have to represent our countries in the best way possible. The way I represent my country, me say man, people them love Jamaica, them well want go Jamaica. I'll pick them, oh so good. Make sure so you bring if you have. What was some of the things that I wish I had brought? I wish I had taken more key rings with me. I gave Bob. And you hear me talk about Bob more than once in my videos. Bob loved Jamaica to the point where he called I call him Bob Sensei. Bob. I love Bob Marley. So I gave him the last key ring, and I gave my big sister the another one with Shelly and Fraser on it. You can get those key rings at the post office. I don't remember the cost because one of my friends who worked at the post office got some for me, and you can get some postcards, some stick. What them call them again? We stick on the envelope. Just buy a few of that because it has like Jamaican flag and Bob Marley and stuff. Um, what else? Souvenir. But trust me, they will love it for the coffee. They will love it for the coffee. I don't remember what else. But as Miss, if you have money or you can afford it, make sure you bring your of course your t-shirts. Like if you're going to sports day and stuff, you bring your Jamaican stuff. Because you really are gonna feel bad if you come and you don't have your Jamaican thing. You can bring your chain or whatever for represent. But I think that's for the most part. Just don't bring anything that will get stale or expire. The story now. So I got news that one picnic get the something. I forgot pick sense out of nonsense now because nobody care about my name. I send this to whoever. You understand? But I have to tell them this story. So as a picnic get the something. The something we're going now. Yeah, at one of the schools. And I was like, oh wow, really? Okay. I don't think it's the best time for me to go then. Especially because I had no classes, I had no classes. So I said to the people, I'm not go. I'm not go because of so and so. Come have to protect myself. I say I'm not going. People them say, no man, you can go because them done clean up the place and whatever, disinfect and whatever. So it's safe, you can go. So you're messing a bossy. You're messing. So I'm not go. I don't want to go. When I really feel like it is the right time to go, I'm not no class. I just take you out of my vacation. See me? You don't know, say one bag of email and sitting on phone call and sitting. And if you copy, who top HQ boss, them are sitting. Oh, them are ask me if you go. Them are ask me if you go because it's safe car. Other people are go. Other people like people them will come from boy. You understand what I say? Jamaicans, sorry for the all who are not Jamaicans and don't understand, but we can't really talk it out straight because I'm still there. I'm still at work here. I'm still working here. So me have to know what me I do. Me have to know what me I talk. But the people them and you understand? Copy, email and rate it and sitting and talk about, oh, we're asking you to go because the people them will come from Boya. I go. So me say, honestly, I don't want to go. Oh, we understand your anxiety and blah, but me I tell them say it's safe. Yeah, I tell me about, yeah, it's safe. So I say, yo, me not go, I say that daddy, I say my friend. After 9 in the night, I come call up man phone. I say, yo, me not answer. I want to take back like them. Me did see 12 likes and now me I see 10. I want go on. I may say, what is? Oh, you have to come and say, me if you go. I may say to you, say, yo, that the go down and that the go on. I mean, me no really feel good if you go in that position there. And you go tell me, say, yes, if you It come like say people them upset, yo. I say, oh, what is? Something like that. And them go tell you, say, yeah, you have to go on. No, me tell you, say, no, go on high school, you know. No go on there, you know. I tell you, say, if you go on. Me say, me vex. All the people that come from Boya, I say, yo, mood gone away. No gone away. No, safe, no go. Look safe. Yes, no see. Me say, me nah go. Me show you some of the things them where them people sometimes have to wonder if they're real. Or if you come and tell me, say, yo, everything good, everything basil in a situation like that. Eh? And I'll tell me, say, true, the people in from Boya, I go, it good, it me can go. Me not gonna way, no. Then could have Bex, then could have Boss. So, yeah, man. You know, if I say certain little things that's rub you wrong way, you say, yo, people are righted, isn't it? You have to wonder if they're righted. Yeah, man. So that was it. Me not really get down. Me can't really say it out, you see me? But I get the point. Oh, them fear come and go on. I go on like say them all upset and sitting. Because me no go. And nothing nah go on there. You see it? More but you laugh for Japanese. More of you know where they have it sometimes where them people are come from, eh? Sometimes you have to wonder where they come from. If I'm Mars or Jupiter or what. Anyways, a heap of things go on here. A lot of things go on that will surprise you. Keep your mind open. Just go and pray and trust God. And we work things out for you. And the loneliness here is real. A lot of persons complain about that. Because imagine you're in a big old world where you not even know the language. And if nobody invites you out or decide to be a friend, you're gonna be lonely, right? But you can, like me, find something that you love to do. I start the YouTube, I love it. I like it, man. I like it. And you sit down and focus on your goals. Write down your plans, what you want to do. It's the end of the year. I'm about to do my next vision board. So do your vision board, do your planning, whatever you need to do. Set yourself in a certain position where you get busy and occupied with your goals. So you don't have to focus on nothing else. There are persons who come here and then party, clubbing, drinking. For me, saving, that is my goal. Right? And yeah, last year, so me give you a quick testimony before I go. More sleep, you see, man. It's almost 9:30 now. I got up like 6 o'clock to get myself ready for this live because YouTube told me that most people will be on at 5 p.m., which is 7 a.m. my time. So yeah. Last year, nobody not invite me no way. Last year, only I went to my friend's house. He's an American. So they were like, there's a Jamaican that lives close to him. He has an Australian friend and someone from the UK and stuff. So we just got together and did a games day on New Year's Day. But for the most part, I just stayed home for Christmas, and I don't really celebrate Christmas, but you know, the whole holiday spirit, and you're at home, you can feel like lonely or whatever. I stayed home, and yeah, this year, 4 invitation I'm read. Oh, I spoke about it in the other live. So last night, that was 1 down, 3 to go. I have 1 more this evening. I walk on my people, yeah, this year. Oh my God. So God will wait. God will, ouch, my leg. God will provide the right people at the right time to help you through. For the most part, these people are helpful and courteous and hospitable. Because it's a part of their culture. You will find rude, terrible, whatever, because it's people and nowhere is perfect. We're living in an imperfect world, but trust God. He will make a way when there seem to be no way, because you've heard it yourself. We can't make these things up, right? You've heard it yourself. So ouch. If you have any more questions or anything else that you'd like, please let me know. I'll be ending soon. Did I cover everything that I was supposed to cover? The story about the police, the story about them people, the bills, the salary. What else? Left off anything? The school, the system a little bit. And of course, you can watch my videos. So I'm going to end, and all the best to all those who are coming in or all those who are already here and trying to find their feet. Once you find your foot, you're good and you sort out yourself. If you decide to live here permanently, I advise you to study the language, because you won't get a proper job if you're not going to be an LT if you don't know your if you don't know Japanese. Jamaica YouTube reactions. Listen to me, man. This is not the other place. Listen to me, man. Hey, behave yourself. But don't order any. Me name not repeat it. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Okay. People them food nice and decent. Healthy. Eat octopus and come here for the first time. When I say we're gonna eat octopus, don't write off anything. Try it for the first time. If you don't like it, fine. But try. Well, I'm kind of flexible and adventurous, so things kind of different. But if you're picky and if you everything a problem here, so you're gonna have problems. Because this is not your yard. Things are different, okay? Whole new world. So nobody come with no stuck up. Just be open-minded. I'm gonna go. Jamaican YouTube reactions, they're late like wow. You better rewatch this. Come here, finish now. I'm ending. Let me make sure. Take off the comment here. I don't want nobody come and say, what? Puss just miss. How we matter about? You come in here with your bag of sitting. We move that ball. Don't order no whatever. Where? Oh, you're there a long time, you know. I want to do hide our show. What you want me to do? Oh, shucks. Hide. Oh, okay. I'm leaving you guys. I'm leaving you, but stay tuned for more. And if you have any further questions, you can link me on YouTube, on Facebook or Instagram at One Big IRIE Family. I will be happy to send you a message. If you're living close to me, it depends on where you're moving to. Just let me know. Make sure you bring up your vitamin C. Bring your vitamin C. And yeah, maybe I should do a video on what you need to take if you're coming to Japan. Oh Lord. it feels so good to be on a holiday. Me go back on my bed a little bit and then get up and do some stuff and get prepared for go near my people yard later. North side. Oh girl, I mean, what? Oh my God. Sorry, sir. I chew my friend named my little cousin named Ashley Tina. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, you're gonna be cold in the north. You're going to be cold, cold, cold. Wherever you go in the world, once you hear about north, it cold, right? So if you can get stuff, bring your things then. Your winter stuff. Hat, earmuff, and thing like that. But you can get stuff here, man. When you come, you can get like electric blanket and things. And Kyra, I said name Japanese, you're still here? Kyrie, or Kyra is like heat patch. So I have heat patch for my skin. Not for the skin, you put it on your clothes. It lasts for the entire day. It's really good. You have one that you keep in your hand. You hold it in your hand and it keep your hands warm because sometimes I can't feel my hands. And you have one for the shoes or for your socks. So you'll get those things though. Don't worry. It a go rough do they call it. Yeah, we not used to call. May I tell us straight up. But every year it varies. Like Japanese say them can't predict the weather, the times or the weather anymore because some years ago the weather would increase, like the temperature would decline. So each year you're expecting it to be colder, but then last year was a big surprise. It was so warm. And now this year we're getting the blunt of the cold, and January and February is like the peak. Where I live, it doesn't snow so much, which I really wanted to make snowman and snowball, but I'm not going to stress too much about that. Maybe I have to go up north to do that. And thank God it doesn't snow a lot because can get really dangerous with driving and riding and stuff. Yeah, you can't study the weather, man. Trust me. You're there and you're like, oh yeah, nice day, and then you look rain start fall. It can be depressing, trust me. So make sure that you get engaged in things that you love because this weather. Oh, and there are support groups like on Facebook. You have a Jamaican in Japan group, and for women, Black women in Japan group. And trust me, anything, anything at all, whatever you need to learn or to know, any topic, every single thing from your head top to your toenail, they talk about it. So it's really good to get good support from people who have been here for a while and they know more than I do, and they can help you with certain questions and things that you probably, yeah, you're facing issues or whatever. And the good thing about the company, once they sponsor your visa blow, you know, say a twang me a twang. I don't know, say a twang me a twang. Visa. Once they sponsor your visa, they're responsible for your well-being until you leave the job or move. So you can ask them, you can email them and ask them for support, take it to the hospital and things like that. Because yeah, surprisingly, big hospitals don't have English speaking sections and all them stuff. But yeah, you can manage, you'll be fine. Just be positive, stay positive and stay IRIE. Bring your sunshine with you, walk with your sunshine. You have to be uh intrinsic entrance motivate yourself intrinsically. Intrinsic. You know, say sleep more, sleep now. Yeah, I'm highlighting what I know. So there are persons who know more than I do and have more experience but I can only tell you what I know. Some things me can't talk here because I've been around Japanese a lot. So there are a lot of things that they expose me to as well. And everything for open ears. So as me say, if you need more information on certain things, anything at all, link me, man. You keep gonna say YouTube, then I YouTube this, yo. Wanna sleep. Instagram, Facebook, same one big IRIE family. All right, because we can't be selfish. We have to support each other. I'm happy that I had persons to support me, you know, because you need it. You need it. Trust me. Can't do it alone. Can't. No matter how you feel like you're a superman or a superwoman. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. You need it. You need people to help you do things and stuff like that. Okay. I think this is the end of it. I think I've said most of what I had planned to say. Are there any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, go back on my bed. It feels so good. Holiday. We get enough time off in the spring and we can't travel. Let's see what we're going for 2021. I think that's it. Later, guys. Thank you for chilling out with me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the like and the share and all these things. All right. So I guess that's it. There are no more questions. Okay. Boom, bang. I'm out. Stay blessed. Stay IRIE.